This conference will now be recorded. This conference will now be recorded.
Is my screen visible to you people? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello. Okay, fine. See Jenkins, this is what a Jenkins tool is. It is basically a tool, like it is a continuous integration and continuous delivery tool. Like we can also called as build server tool, generally called as build automation server also. So basically, what we tell is Jenkins is a CI/CD tool. It is to build, test, and for all the deployment works we use Jenkins. And Jenkins is a open source. Basically coming to you'll be having a question why we have to go for Jenkins, what is the use of Jenkins, what are the features of Jenkins. Basically coming to let's go to the notepad. Features of Jenkins, if you want to say, is it is easy, very easy to install. And it supports continuous integration and continuous delivery activity. And it is very easy to configure. And it is very easily extended. And we can integrate with various tools also. And a lot of plugins are present in this. Like through the plugins we deploy, or we build, we automate, we do everything by using plugins in this Jenkins. Plugins are the most important part in the Jenkins. Okay, first you have to go to, as I told, have you people got it, like basic idea about Jenkins, what is Jenkins, like features of Jenkins, everything, why you are going to use it Jenkins? Yes guys. Hello. 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 Please respond, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Is my voice not audible to you people, or what?
No, no, no. It's audible. It's audible. You can continue.
Okay, fine. Fine, sure. See, Jenkins, like what I told, like you have to go to the download part. So once if you go to the Jenkins download and deployment, there is an download Jenkins over there. You have to use this stable LTS. You should not use regular release. Weekly is also present over here. You should not use this. You have to use stable one. So once if you click on the stable ones, you will be having a download session or download Jenkins over here. So here there is a version showing over here. Same thing, Ubuntu Debe, like whatever your Windows present over here, everything you can, if you are working on Ubuntu, you can download it for the Ubuntu. There are packages given over here. See, you have to go to the command line and start giving the commands of all this. Once if it is downloaded, from starting you have to go to the same you every time if you are working on Jenkins, basically go to the jenkins.io. uh, Once Ubuntu, or if it is on CentOS, you can go to the CentOS and you can install all this. Basically, in all the companies we work on CentOS or Ubuntu. Windows is sometimes it is rare. In rare cases, we download it, not in all the times. So basically, our port Jenkins is developed by Java actually, and it is a browser-based application which runs on port number 8080. Like in AWS instances, as you people have install, like you have already learned about in the creating the EC2 instances in the AWS account. So once when you're creating the AWS account in there by while creating the instances, you have to mention the port number 8080 over there. So let us see how to mention that port number, and then let's try to install some basic Jenkins over here. I'll tell you the installation how to, because this is a basic step when you're going to the Jenkins part. Installation is must and should, everybody should learn how you should learn mm, how to install the Java version, like how to install the Jenkins version, everything, because every time it will be getting updated over there. So once today if I have been working with an 8, tomorrow the upgraded versions every time. See, Jenkins basically depends upon the versions whatever you are working in, the servers which is been connected to you, and the people, like the servers which is given by them, and the versions, if there will be a multiple servers, so from one server to the another server it will be the connection over there. So once you are doing that, you'll be facing an error once you are done, if you're not done with that properly. So let us see how to install the Jenkins. Like let us go to the AWS login over here. Then you have to click, as you all know how to create the instances. I'll quickly show how to change the port number over here. Instances which are running, go to the launch instances. Okay, launch the instance over here. Give it as a Jenkins as a name here, and then select the Ubuntu. Let us try with the Ubuntu. And everything is same, like for instant type you have to give it as a free tier eligible, otherwise you will be costing an error over here. So then select your key pair name whatever you have been given there. So once you have selected your key pair, then go to the network settings and then edit over here, and select the security group which you wanted to give. See, there is a security group rule over here, so you have to change here to the custom. So once if you're changing to the custom, the source information it will allow to you to change over here, so you can give whatever the prefix list of the security whatever you want. But for the Jenkins, like you give it as for this as this one, like everything should be in 00. Then again come here, come down, give it an add security group rule over here. Once you're giving this, again it will ask here, again you change, sorry, it's in custom itself. Then you mention the port number here, 8080, because this is a port number where the Jenkins portal will run actually. So then you have to change here for same thing, like previously how you have been changed it, same thing you have to change over here. Then that's it. By creating the instances, everything has been got then keep it everything as same. It is only you have to you have to keep it in your mind every time in everywhere. Jenkins will run on the 8 port number 8080 server itself. Now the instance has been getting launched. So once the instance has been launched, go to the view all instances. Now let us connect to any one of the like the Jenkins server which I have been launched now.
Mansa, there's no need to select VPC and subnets while launching instances.
It's by default. I have been set it for default. If you are very good at see the people who start with the DevOps first, they'll be not knowing how to set the VPC everything right. It's okay by default. Whatever it is only for your use. Like how you'll for the practice session you're doing it right. It's okay if you do it in default server itself. So I have kept it for it as in default server itself. So it's okay if you are going to change. It's not an issue.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Then let us connect to this server. CD. My screen is visible to you people, right? Now, whatever
Yes,
are
ma'am.
the commands I'm typing. Okay, okay. Fine. Let us quickly connect to that server. Okay, now it has been got connected. So once the mission is got connected, what you have to do is now I have selected the Ubuntu mission. So you have to go to the server like which you wanted to download for the packages for Ubuntu itself. So here you go to the Ubuntu and then start running the commands like whatever it has been present over here. So first command you have to give that and same you have a where every time when you go when you are going to download the Jenkins same procedure. Go to the Google, open jenkins.io, select the packages like if it is on Ubuntu select Ubuntu, Red Hat, CentOS, everything same like your Windows, whatever is there the commands which they have given over here, select everything. So first what you are doing is this command represents the Debian packages repository of Jenkins to automate it will automatically install and upgrade the Jenkins packages, which is Debian packages is the most for the in the Ubuntu system. So what it is doing is to use this repository first you have to add the key to your system. So it's like a key to add to the system. So then once that is done you have to add a Jenkins to the repository. So like if you have to add a Jenkins apt repository here, so same like whatever the command present over here, copy it and then start pasting.
Mansa, we are running this command on git bash or
Yeah, yeah, git bash.
okay.
Same because but we are running it on Ubuntu. We have connected through the git bash. We have downloaded the Ubuntu mission. See, which it is connected to the Ubuntu. This git bash. It is a server of Ubuntu mission now.
So once after we launch the instance, if we just give
Yeah.
the command as cd downloads, the Ubuntu will be downloaded on the git
No, no,
bash.
no, no. Ubuntu will
Huh?
not get downloaded. See, in the EC2 instances, what you're doing is, 1 minute, I'll show you. See, you're connecting to the Ubuntu mission over here. Jenkins, as I have selected the Ubuntu here, right?
Yes.
See, this is an Ubuntu server.
Yes.
right? The wherever I given the name, your detail. See here only you can see like I have selected the Ubuntu over security network stack. 1 minute, I'll show you. Whatever the name have given for this, like I have selected the Ubuntu mission over there. So see here, you can see the platform which you are performing is Ubuntu. It can be
Yes.
Linux or Unix. Okay, so what you're doing is from this EC2 instance, what you're doing is like you are connecting this machine to the from the Git bash. It might be from putty, like it is one of the command line tool. That's it. So to
Okay.
connect between the servers. Okay, like from you're taking it from AWS and then you're going to connect it. So that's why you use this. This is a connection where from the Git bash it has been connected. See here only it has been given from the server name. This is an server name which is present over. If you are selecting Ubuntu, it will give Ubuntu. If you are selecting as Red Hat, it will give us Red Hat like this. Got it?
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Like, is there any doubts again? Like, wanted to clarify, or
No,
you
no,
got
Mansa.
it?
I got it.
Uh, yeah, if it is, if you're facing, sorry, if you're not getting it, it's okay. It's very humble request of mine. I'll be repeating it again and again because your people are from non-technical background. I listen that, so it will be if you are from technical background, I think you'll get connected fast.
Yes, Mansa.
Oh, okay, fine. See, you're going to connect it from the AWS instance to the Git bash over here. So it will be showing here also from where you're being. That is why I've given C. Are you sure you want to continue connecting? So that is the reason I given yes. So now once I have given yes, they have here only in the command line tool, it has been showing welcome to Ubuntu. It is the latest version of Ubuntu 2022. It is a free version of Ubuntu. There are different types of versions Ubuntu present in that AWS instances. We are not going to try that because it is not an free of cost, but this version is of free of cost. That is the reason we are going to install this. So after that, then here we are going to install the this command. So next once after that is done, same thing whatever same follow these steps, that's all. This is like a very easy tool if you learn, but if you are not going to learn this, like it will be a very tough tool also. Then paste it, then give it as, see it will show all the updates whatever it has been present. So basically, if you wanted to run Jenkins, Java version is must and should. So before installing Jenkins, you have to be careful with whether your Jenkins is, sorry, your Java version has been installed or not. Now your Java is been getting installed. If you wanted to change the Java versions present over here, you can also try with that Java versions which has been present over there. So if it is like, you have to be careful with the versions over here because if your Java version is different and your Jenkins version is different, it will not get downloaded. So now let us check with Java version it has been downloaded. Okay, you can see 11 of this OpenJDK 11th version has been downloaded now. So once that is done, same thing, sudo apt get install. You have to install the Jenkins now. Give it as Y. Then it will start installing your Jenkins. It is getting installed. It is taking some time to install that Jenkins. So once that is installed, what you're going to do is basically in this okay. It is got installed. Now once that is done, you're going to see as sudo systemctl Jenkins status you're going to see now. You have to start the Jenkins. First enable the Jenkins. Wait, sorry. First you have to sudo systemctl enable the Jenkins. Once that has been done, sudo systemctl start Jenkins. That has been done. So sudo systemctl. Let us check the status of the Jenkins. Yes. See, whenever if it is got completely and correctly installed, whenever you give the command of sudo systemctl status Jenkins, it will be shown in the green color and your Jenkins server has been instantly active and it is also running. You can see like what are the binaries on this code, like hypervisor and all the systems. Basically, this runs in the path of home directory of this Jenkins server will be of var lib Jenkins itself, like every time. So once this is done, so you from the backend side you have done everything. So now go to the Google. Sorry, first go to the instances like whatever from EC2 instances. Copy the public IP from there, public IP of the server. Once that is done, you just have to copy, then go to the browser based application over here, paste that public IP. Once that is pasted, give it as the port number 8080 which I had been mentioned over there. See, now your Jenkins machine got launched. So every time Jenkins will run on the port number 8080. This is the public IP from the instances which had been created. I think at that time, some I think Chinmay or him somebody asked that doubt like Git bash is that like the only way to connect something, right? Hello.
Yes, yes, Mansa. It was me.
There are there, yeah, like there are VMwares in Visual Studio also you can get connected, and some people use Putty also. Not only
So
Git Bash, there are many. Hmm.
it depends upon the company, like the tools which they
Yeah,
use.
yeah, yeah. See, yeah, we use Git Bash over here, like to teach students. Like in previous company, we were using Git Bash. Now at present company, we are using Putty. It depends upon the company, like which command line interface tool you use. That's it. But it's there is no difference. Like there is no lot of difference between that. You have
So
to
every
go to
tool has
the
the
use.
basic things which you are doing now.
Sorry.
So every tool works on the same basics which we are learning now.
Yeah. It is like same thing. Like even if they go to the, like, see the people, you can't know that which, like you may get you, like if you get selected in the interview, your company may be working on this Jenkins. So this will be the workflow and everything. Whatever we teach in this Jenkins, everything will be same as it is how we are going to do in the company, same as it is itself, because you'll be having this basic understanding of all those things, of all the tools, right? So you can easily work with that. Same thing,
Okay,
you
okay.
have to install. See, not if the people, like if your team size is very big, you'll, if there are some 2 3 DevOps engineers, you may be getting the system administration thing. So once if you are in administration position of the Jenkins, you will not be able to install all this. Like you'll, this is not your work. They'll provide you all the credentials and then you have to start working with from the credential. But if you are an admin person, you only have to start with this. But everybody should, the people who go on entry to the DevOps, because this is a CI/CD tool, everybody should know how to install Jenkins. This is a basic question. See, if you are going to interview also, the first question there'll be in the Git. I told you about one interview, important interview question also, like how to create a file and then push it to the server, which is the which they have given. So there are, that is the 3 commands which is present. First you will add, then commit, and then you will push the file from there to here, so everybody can see. In the local repository, the people, like the code which you have been created cannot be seen by everyone, but in the remote repository everybody can see it, and then it can be downloaded also. That is the reason we are pushing from. Then the Git workflow is only like that. So coming to Jenkins, once your Git code is, source code is ready, you're going to the CI/CD purpose, the continuous integration and continuous development, deployment or delivery. Everything will be automatically done using this tool. So you have to you have to look it with this. So here, once you going on to this server where the IP address is being present, so this will be opened once here. So if you're giving an be careful, don't give an private IP over here and don't get confused also. Every time you will be giving it as if you're a private IP, then it will be of your companies actually, because there is a difference between private IP and public IP. Private IP, like only companies peoples will use that private IP, because like see what other companies are doing, we can't share our confidential things to others. So that is the reason we maintain our public IPs and private IPs. These are very confidential thing. So because we are learning to the learning purposes, we are so that is the reason we are connecting to the public IP and then we are launching it. So once that is done, here you have to give this administrator password. So the here only they have given this, download this, like to ensure Jenkins is securely set up by the administrator. Like who are the people of the administrator, a password has everything, all the credentials, all the password is always set by the administrator people itself, has been written to the log and then this file on the server. So what you have to do is, you have to go to the Ubuntu over here. Then you have to, I like we'll be teaching a basic commands of Linux once this has been completed, like everything we have an different type of session for Linux itself. Like you, the from the basic session you can also understand the Linux, but it's not an problem. See, like I'll be teaching the command also here. So you have to see, this is a normal user. This sudo indicates the normal user. So you have to switch to the root user. Root user is powerful over here. So once there will be a permissions denied over there, or in the normal users, you can't go log into all the servers which has been present, everything. So once if you're going to normal user to the root user, you have to wait for that, like you have to change the user over here. So you have the command for this is sudo hyphen I. So once that is done, now you can give it as cat. Cat is nothing but, this is a command to show the content actually. Once that is been given, go to the copy this one. It will give you the copy and paste it over there. I should have been show like how the error occurs also. Okay, no problem. Paste it. So now there is an password generated over here. Give me 2 minutes of time. Like 1 minute, I'll be back. 1 minute because there is a call actually. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Then, as I told, then the password is being generated over here. So you have to copy this password. So once if you're after copying it, you have to paste over here. So then you have to give continue. So once that is given, give it as an install suggested plugins over here. Click this one. So it will automatically download the plugins because you don't know which plugin to install, right? If you are very thorough with the plugins which you have been known, like if you are particular with the plugin itself, you can download like the second one which had been present over there. So you don't know, right? So you give that install plugins automatically, like whatever the Jenkins needed, these are the basic plugins, it will be downloaded. If you wanted to go and download the new plugins also, you can download it by using, only admin people can download it, not everyone. And basically to learn in Jenkins, we have basically in Jenkins what all it will be present. Okay, now given username as anything you can give it as admin, and password also admin, and confirm password, save and continue. Once that is admin. 1 minute, it will get. 'This issue. You have to give it as username password. I've already created, like let's give it as password admin123. Okay. Mm, it's not a problem. There is an email ID over here. Full name is also admin. Email address, give it as like admin. Something you can give admin at .com. Save and then continue it. So this is your URL of this Jenkins. So once that is done, save and then finish it. So now we are ready to use the Jenkins. Now start using the Jenkins. So here you can see this everything. So once if you are going to log in or log out, like see, if you are now going to log out, then you have to give the username whatever you have been given there, admin and admin. See, if you're working in the company, there will be an Jenkins production servers, like servers which have been provided by them. So you will not be changing the username and password every time. But for the practice session, once whenever your public IP changes, see, public IP will be changing whenever you are going to connect to the EC2 instances. So now again, if I go to the EC2 same EC2 instances, and then if I stop that and if I restart it again the IP address will get changed. So if that IP address got changed, here also the IP address will get changes, but this remains same every time. Jenkins runs on the port number 8080 itself, but only thing that changes is this public IP. Then keep me give like give us keep me signed in, or it's fine if it was not given. So now we will be logging into the Jenkins server. Then see, you are an admin purpose, so it might be any user you're cross. Then the Jenkins version is a latest Jenkins version which have been downloaded now. So you have to go look out through all those things, like whatever it has been present, what are the steps which has been created. See here, what you're going to do is like you will be creating the jobs. Basically in Jenkins we have three types of jobs actually. Three types of job. In the three types of job, you'll be having a freestyle job, and then scripted pipeline. No, sorry, not to mention that only three types of job. There is a number of types of job, but we use like scripted pipeline jobs, and then declarative pipeline. So they'll be asking every interview question who take, they'll be asking in Jenkins what have been you worked on, which pipeline have you been worked on, which so you have to tell I have worked on scripted pipeline, and I have also worked with declarative pipeline. But scripted pipeline is like old, now the newer version of everybody works on declarative pipeline itself. So then multi-branch pipelines. Pipelines like these are the different types of job. There are other jobs also. Now we'll see once I'll create some free job over here. So now it is called as Jenkins server, right? So I'll show you like how to create the jobs over here. So every time you have to go to the new item over here to create a simple, let us create some simple freestyle job. Basically for the what is the difference between a freestyle and other jobs is, what freestyle does is freestyle is like in it is in the UI form, like it is like a form filling type is freestyle. But scripted pipeline and declarative pipeline is like you have to write through the code. You have to write the code for this. See, this has some different syntax and declarative pipeline has different syntax. So in this freestyle job, it will only the your job is to fill only the, it's like it will be like a form filling job. But no, in scripted pipeline and declarative pipeline you have to write the code. You have to write the code by the syntax. So everybody in everybody they also uses freestyle, but most of that in most of the cases we use whenever we need in the use case, if we have been done only that time we'll be using freestyle, but not at the scripted and declarative pipeline. We have to write the code by ourselves. So in this freestyle job it is you they'll be asking like in which type of jobs have you been worked on, like in which pipeline have you been worked on in the interview. So you have to tell that like I'm basically very good at declarative pipeline. I'll be writing all the jobs whichever I've been like whenever you practice this, you'll get those confidence to answer it in the interviews also. Like uh, basic difference like in this freestyle job, once if you have been filled the form, you can't again it will not be reusable. Like every time you have to go to the form filling, like from the first you have to be filling the form, if you are missed anything over here. But in scripted and declarative pipeline, it's not like that, because it is reusable. You can change the code wherever you want, like however you want, whenever you want, you can be changing over here, but not in the freestyle jobs. Once if your form is filled, then done, that's it, you can't do anything. So let us see a freestyle job today, and then in tomorrow's class let us see a scripted pipeline and declarative pipeline. Like this tool will be a very interesting tool to you people to learn, because whenever you go, because the live projects, like whatever they do in the company, you will be doing it through this Jenkins server itself. You will be downloading it the Maven, and you will be deploying it to the servers of Tomcat, as a like the artifactories can be stored in var file or jar file as nexus or jfrog, and that var file and jar file will be stored it. So whenever the customers need that, the code will be same, so you are going to change that code and then you will be delivering to the customers. So don't think like these are all the basic steps, don't worry about all this. So just to feed an information, like you have to be knowing what are all those things. That is the reason why I'm telling you all those things. Okay. Then first let us create one simple job over here. In this simple job, we'll go create as a job one. Not job, like anything, it might be uh, Jenkins itself. Let us create one Jenkins job. Let it be of freestyle project. Give it over here. See, there are different types of projects present over here. It can be multi-configuration project, and it can be a folder, and it can be multi-pipeline, and it can be an organization folder, anything. And your pipeline, in this pipeline you have to select it. Like if it is in scripted pipeline, you have to, there is a syntax for scripted pipeline, and if it is on declarative pipeline, it is an there is a syntax for declarative pipeline also. So now we are selecting this freestyle project, then give it as okay. Now the Jenkins job of freestyle will be launched. This is everything is of see, everything is of only of form filling. You don't have to write any code over here. See, what you're going to do is freestyle project, and now let us do an description. Give it over here. Let us check some space and check. Let us check a space and memory over here. So what you're going to do is, then don't do anything. Go to the build. From here, you give it as add build step. You give it as an execute the shell over here. So once that is been given, you're writing a basic shell script, like basic commands, like df-h. It df-h gives a space, and then it will show how much space your Jenkins servers has, and free hyphen mh shows the memory. So once that is done, you can also give it as, you can also create the file over there. And once that is done, file 1 and mkdir, you can also create some directory over here. So now what you have to do is apply it and then save it. So once that is being done, you have to go to the build now, where your job is going to build it. So it will show the error. If your build, if anything got failed, it will show over here. See, your build got success over here, so it is in green signal. You can see your success and console output. You have to go to the console output every time. You have to see this. See, started by using admin, running as a system, in this workspace where it is running in varlib Jenkins workspace. This is a path where it is that file has been running. I have been given df-h over here. See, you can see like whatever all the like how much of the system size has been present over here. This is the output of that. See how available and used, how much it has been used, basically how much size it has been there. Everything you can see over here. Then I have given free hyphen mh. So now your there is like a memory, like how it has been created, everything you can works like it will be shown. You can see over here like memory, how many MBs, like how many it has been shared, and how much cache it has been there, and how many remaining available it has been present. And touch file 1 and mkdir directory will be created. See, same thing let us see in the git bash. uh, Give it as df hyphen h. See, same thing. Whatever here it has been come, same thing in this job also you can see. Same thing. Give it as free hyphen mh. See, same thing. Whatever it has been created in the back end, you can also be created in the front end of Jenkins, the Windows Jenkins server also. You'll everything you will be knowing it over here once. So if you wanted to go and change the Jenkins job, if you wanted to do, you go to the configure, and then it will show the thing, and then you can modify the execute shell over here, and then you can can start, and then again apply save, and then again you start building over here. Okay people, got it? Hello?
Uh, yes, Mansa, we got it. But you said we can't edit, right? So in the freestyle.
Yeah, you can't edit in the C, like how I said. This is given by me itself, like execute the shell. I have given the command of execute shell. Other than that, you can't. 1 minute, 1 minute. See, you can't give anything over here. See, in the Jenkins pipeline, what you're going to, this is an only a build step, that's it.
Okay,
Here you're selecting the build step, and then you're giving the like I have shown you an example how it can run in the front end and back end. Once this has been filled, like whatever the steps which is being filled over here, you can't change, like it can't be reusable again and again, but in the declarative pipeline you can create it
okay,
in the
okay.
scripted and declarative pipeline. Okay. Got it? Like
Um,
tomorrow, in tomorrow's class, let us see about yeah,
uh,
scripted and
uh,
declarative pipeline. I'll be giving a simple basic syntax for that.
sure.
Okay. Tell
So,
me.
Mansa, I have one doubt. See, the
Yeah.
Jenkins is the main platform for the pipeline to AWS and Jenkins. So,
Yes.
Git Bash is the pipeline. Huh?
Yes.
So, without that, we can't do,
No,
or
it's
is
not.
it because I'm not,
We
I'm,
can't run only,
it,
right? How can you? Yeah.
yeah, I
I got it
understood. I
completely. That is
understood.
the reason. Like you cannot run without the command line interface. You have to, if you wanted to connect to one server to the another server, you should have some mission to connect it, right?
Yeah,
So basically think git bash is one of that. It might be a putty, or it might be an visual studio, or it might be an VMware, anything it can be. So we are using git bash over here, that's it.
sure.
Fine.
And in Jenkins, you have given the freeze trial
Yeah.
for building environments. So, which is that only for the job creations or for what kind of profiles we are enlightened to use the Jenkins?
It might be anything. It might be anything, like it's not for the particular thing which you have to. If you wanted to create anything, you'll just create a job over here, that's it. and then just run and see whether that it might just have basically see shown you how the Jenkins job runs in the freestyle project. Once if you go to the scripted and declarative pipeline, there you will come to a basic brief idea about freestyle project and declare. See if I tell now also, like you will be getting confused, like why can't I change the same question everybody arrives it. So once if you go there, like in the next coming classes, you will be understanding it. Got it?
Sure. Thank you.
Was this your question or it was a different way
No, no,
or
no.
what?
Same.
Okay, okay, fine, fine. See, the admin people let us go into a brief of Jenkins also. We'll be taking that classes. See, whenever I get time, I'll be telling all those credentials things like what all this every in each and let us go to the each and every point of Jenkins and see and let us make you all a very good Jenkins DevOps builders. Okay, any questions? Any doubts?
No, no,
Feel free
Mansa.
to ask. Okay, fine. If you have any, okay, we'll be uploading the classes because there is some the payment issues or something. So you have to clear all those things. Then only I think they'll be uploading the classes. But I'll make sure that the people who have been paid the classes will be uploading it soon. Don't worry, the everything whatever we have been given will be giving an hands-on session to you all to practice also every all the materials, everything will be given to you people. Don't worry about that. Okay, but you whatever the in this today's class, at least when you're listening, just try to note down the points like whatever have been told. So once if you see that notes, you will be having some basic idea. So you see now I told you a documentation in for the Jenkins. I told only you have to go visit and document.io, sorry, jenkins.io. If you go to this only, everything you have to start learning by yourself also. Like even see whatever we teachers also, you have to put your efforts by yourself also. See, once if you go to this Jenkins.io, everything will be given over here. Every documentation is present provided in the Google. So once if you start learning by these things also, see whatever we just tell in this basic. So now I told you to I just basically told like some basic example how to create an pipeline job or freestyle. So you have to create some 10 pipeline jobs like that to practice again and again and again and again. So once an interview asking questions, you'll be in the answer to give you back to back answers to them. You will not be waiting so what can I tell the answer, you'll not be waiting like that. Okay. Hello.
Yes, yes, Mansa, we got it.
Okay, fine, Eman. Then can we end the session today?
So, but can you start early by tomorrow,
Yeah,
around
sure.
8:50?
Sorry for the today. Actually, we were stuck somewhere. Actually, while coming, there was a problem. That's why I couldn't able to. Okay, okay. From tomorrow onwards, we'll make sure that we'll be connecting at 8 o'clock without fail. Okay. I'm sorry for the inconvenient.
Yeah, that's okay, Mansa.
Okay, fine. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Bye bye. See you
Yeah,
all
bye.
tomorrow.